Good morning students. In this session we are going to start kingdom Animalia. Now first is what is the criteria of classification, or we can say basis of classification. Depending upon the degree of complexity, the level of organization may be cellular level, next is cell tissue level and tissue organ level, and then organ system level. Okay, depending upon the complexity. Now next is symmetry. Symmetry means arrangement or correspondence of body parts into geometrical designs. So it may be asymmetrical when there is no proper equal division, or we can say irregular in shape, then it is asymmetrical. Second is radial symmetry. It means body is in the form of a flat or tall cylinder. Body can be divided into similar halves by more than two planes in radial symmetry. Next is bilateral symmetry, in which body can be divided into two halves along the median longitudinal sides. Okay. Now based on number of germs layer, there are two organization in animals, that is diploblastic and triploblastic. What are germ layers? See, germ layers are the group of cells behaving as a unit during early stages of embryonic development. They appear during granular stage. Okay, diplo means two distinct germ layers, the outermost ectoderm and inner endoderm. And in triploblastic there are three germ layers, that is mesoderm is also present. Next criteria is body cavity, or we can say coelom. Coelom is fluid filled space between guts and the outer body wall. The animals can be acoelomate, pseudocoelomate or coelomates. Acoelomates means animals without body cavity. Example, flatworms and all, they are acoelomate. Next is pseudocoelomates. Pseudocoelomates means cavity are not lined by peritoneum, okay, derived from mesoderm, while coelomates are the body cavity bounded by all sides by mesodermal peritoneum. Now segmentation. Segmentation is the repetition of similar parts along the length of an animal. It results in the separation of mesoderm into segmented blocks of muscles like annelida and all. They are maybe externally or internally segmented. Now see, just now we have discussed the criteria. See, on that basis the animals can be grouped in following pattern, and these are the major arrangement of animals group. Let us start one by one each phylum. First one is Porifera. See, Porifera has a body, loose segregation of cells of mesenchymal origin. They does not have any distinct organs, and mostly they are aquatic, normally marine, and body is mostly asymmetrical, attached to substratum. Now you can see various examples or figures also, and you can see some spores are there. Okay, pori means pores. So these animals have number of pores on their body, canal and chambers that serves for the passage of water. Clear? And ossicula is also present. So are the examples of sponges. Next phylum is Cnidaria, or we can say Coelenterata. These are multicellular organisms with cell tissue level organization. Body is well defined with germ layers. It is diploblastic and radially symmetrical. Gastrovascular cavity is present, which serves as both mouth and anus. No coelomic cavity present, and digestion is both intracellular and extracellular. See, these are some of the examples of Coelenterata. We can easily identify the difference. See, for the locomotion, they have muscular contraction and they are free living, means they can move with the help of contraction of muscles. And there is unique feature in this phylum known as Nemocyst. Now next phylum is Ctenophora. See, these are diploblastic and may be radially or biradially symmetrical. And again in this also, gastrovascular cavity is only present, clear, which behave as a mouth and canal that branch complexly throughout the body. They have apical sense organs and all these animals are carnivorous. See, with the help of figure we can say that the body is gelatinous and extremely fragile. It forms globular pyriform and bell shaped. The axis of symmetry is determined by the mouth and they are themselves important plankton organisms and behave as a food for zooplankton. Now let us start phylum Platyhelminthes. Platy means flat, so it includes all the flatworms. Clear? Now from this phylum the organisms will be triploblastic, that they are made up of 3 germ layer. They are bilaterally symmetrical and digestive system includes, or it is incomplete actually, having mouth opening but no anus is present. Now depending upon the function and behavior, it is of different types. It is again divided into different classes. Mostly they are free living predators. They are present in terrestrial, freshwater and marine. Now here see 2 examples I have taken. One is tapeworm, another is blood fluid. See, fluids and tapeworm are major parasites of economic importance to human and domesticated animals. Clear? So these are some of the examples. Next phylum is Aschelminthes. It includes organisms with having triploblastic, bilateral symmetry and body is unsegmented. See, body is round in the cross section and that's why they are termed as round worms. Like Platyhelminthes, I have told you flatworms, and Aschelminthes includes all the roundworms. It is also known as Nematota. Clear? Now, let us discuss one example, Ascaris. See, the body is elongated. Same, just now I have told you unsegmented, cylindrical, tapering. Now, sexes are separate in Ascaris, or we can say sexual dimorphism. Clear? And body wall consists of outer cuticle, middle epidermis and inner longitudinal muscle layer. Clear? Some of the nematodes are also free living, but they are rare. Now let us discuss phylum Annelida. Again, these are triploblastic, bilateral and true body cavity is present and coelomic fluid provides rigidity and acts as hydrostatic skeleton. Clear? And circulatory system is closed and segmentally arranged. These are some of the examples of Annelida. It includes earthworm, cattle leech, fanworms, sea worms. All these are included in Annelida. Clear? Now, in Arthropoda, body is triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, and jointed appendages are present. That's why they are termed as Arthropoda. And respiration takes place by body surface, gill, lungs, and circulatory system is open. Nervous system where dorsal nerve ring is present and double ventral nerve. Body is covered with exoskeleton of cuticle containing mainly chitin and some amount of protein and lipids. Now, just see some of the examples of Arthropoda. Normally, these are the insects which we see in environment also. So, these are the insects and they have economic importance also. Now, start mollusca. They are triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, and true body cavity is present and circulatory system is open. Respiration takes place through gills, lungs, or body surface. Now, excretory system comprises of typical 1 or 2 kidneys, okay, but it is not highly developed, and body is organized into 3 general region: head, foot, and visceral hem. Now, these are some of the examples of mollusca. Now, let us start Echinodermata. See, echino means spines. So, it includes the animals with spiny skin. In larva stage, they show bilateral symmetry, while they are radially symmetrical. Clear? Now, from here, complete digestive system, nervous system is present, and a unique water vascular system is also present. And respiration takes place through tube feet or respiratory tree, and blood vascular system is very much reduced, and excretory organ is also absent in Echinodermata. Now, fertilization is usually external and development through free swimming and bilateral larva stage takes place. Now, sexes are separate here, so it is termed as hermaphrodite. It includes all starfish, sea star, brittle star, okay, sea urchin. All these are examples of Echinodermata. Now, chordates can be further divided into different criteria on the basis of different features. This table is very important. You should note down this table in your copy also. Now, if we are talking about vertebrates, what are the important features of vertebrates? See, vertebrates are higher chordates. They have well-developed cranium and vertebral column. Notochord is present only in the embryonic stage, and in adult it is replaced by vertebral column. That's why they are known as vertebrata. Now, first one is cyclostomata. Now, by name only we can see that cyclo, it means body is eel shaped and without any scales and jaws. Clear? So, mouth is suctorial, means it sucks, and nostril is single and medium sized. Gill pouches are present and they are parasites and scavengers. Now, see, Pisces are the largest superclass of vertebrates, and it includes number of species. Body is spindle shaped and they are showing Amphibians are tetrapods, that is 4 foot is present. Okay, that's why they are termed as tetrapod. And exoskeleton absent. Skin is smooth and moist with many glands. Glands are present on the skin. And endoskeleton is mostly bony. Respiration takes place by lungs. And heart in amphibians are 3 chambered. And kidney is paired. Clear? Normally everyone has seen the amphibians. Their eggs are large with mesoderm and amount of yolk is present and development is usually indirect. Okay, larva, tadpole which metamorphose into adult. Clear? Now let us start reptilia. Reptilia are mostly terrestrial, carnivores, tetrapods, vertebrates. Okay, and exoskeleton is of horny epidermal scales. Shield is present, plates, and skin is dry, cornified with few glands, and endoskeleton is well ossified. Okay, and T-shaped interclavicle is present and ribs are absent. Obviously it is present, but if you are going to talk about snake, it is absent. Heart is usually 3 chambered, but in crocodile it is exception. It is 4 chambered. Clear? And sexes are separate. Now you can see some of the examples also of reptilia. See, class apes, it includes all the birds. And obviously birds are feathered, hyped. They are air breathing. So they are having the tendency of fly. Their bones are hollow. Jaw bones are prolonged into toothless beak. Limbs are 2 paired. And heart is completely 4 chambered. Respiration is taking place with the help of compact spongy lungs and with thin walled air sac. See, birds are the first vertebrates. Till now, whatever vertebrates we have studied, they are cold-blooded. This is the first warm-blooded vertebrate. That is, body temperature is regulated by them. Class Mammalia includes the animals with having divisible distinct body organism into head, neck and trunk, tail, and exoskeleton consists of bony, epidermal, hair, spines, scales, etc. depending upon the animals, and each half of the lower jaw with dentary bones. It includes dentary bones, and there is presence of 12 pairs of ribs. Respiration takes place through lungs, and heart is 4 chambered. And mammals are the most intelligent animals among the vertebrates. Their brain is fully developed with corpus callosum. Okay. Now animal kingdom is completed. So just go through the video, and PDF is available of this chapter. You can note down in your copy and prepare the notes. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you. Have a nice day.